Good morning, sir.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
Good
Good morning, sir.
morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Very good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Morning. How's everyone?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Fine,
Good morning, sir.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, sir.
Good morning, beta.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
मॉर्निंग बड़ा धीरे बोल रहा है. मॉर्निंग अभी सो के उठा है.
No, sir.
Good morning, sir.
लोगों के मॉर्निंग करने से
Morning,
ढंग से
sir.
हाँ मॉर्निंग करने से ढंग से पता चल जाता है कि वो
Good
कितने बजे
morning,
उठे.
sir.
गुड मॉर्निंग.
Morning, sir.
गुड मॉर्निंग. गुड मॉर्निंग
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Good morning, बच्चे.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, everybody.
नमस्ते सर.
हाँ ये है.
असली इंजीनियर.
इंजीनियर नहीं है तो कोरोना से इतना डरा हुआ है तो उस पे भी
देशभक्त है सर.
है.
देशभक्त है. नमस्कार.
बेटा देशभक्ति सिर्फ यही दिखाने से.
Excuse me, sir.
हाँ जी बेटे. हाँ जी बच्चे.
सर पिछली बार हमने क्लास में जो हिस्ट्री ऑफ सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट की थी सर, वो मतलब क्या रेफरेंस के लिए कि लर्न भी करना सर, वो कि जैसे 1980s में 1990s में.
नहीं नो मैं आपको बताऊंगा बेटा ये चीजों के लिए कि ये आप इंजीनियर्स लोग चाहे कॉमन सब्जेक्ट पढ़ रहे हो, एनर्जी एनवायरनमेंट जो मर्जी पढ़ रहे हो, यू आर नॉट सपोज टू क्रैम द हिस्ट्री.
ओके सर.
ओके. और आपको ऐसा कोई भी क्वेश्चन भी नहीं आएगा एग्जाम में. और बाकी बच्चों को भी बोल दो ये चीज, आगे भी जो सिलेबस आने वाला है टिल एमएसटी और ईएसटी, जहां पे भी ईयर सन कुछ आ रहा है, यू नो सब डेवलपमेंट आ रही है, आपको वो क्रैम करने की जरूरत नहीं है. यू आर इंजीनियर्स, यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू क्रैम दीज थिंग्स.
ओके सर.
ठीक है.
यस सर.
मेक इट श्योर, मेक इट वेरी श्योर. मैंने आपको फर्स्ट क्लास में बता दी सबको बेटे ये चीज कि फीलिंग लेके आओ इंजीनियर्स की. तो ये चीजें आपको नहीं क्रैम करनी है, गो थ्रू होना चाहे कोई जो सा मर्जी सिलेबस आपका है ना.
यस सर.
कंफर्म. Okay, let's start the things. I think so. Soon keep on joining. Huh? And there are some students who are saying that in the first class, where should I cover my previous lectures? But all the lectures are being uploaded on LMS. You can go through it. Otherwise, I'm always open for this kind of discussion. Whenever after this class or any time you feel suitable, we can discuss the things. Okay. And somebody is saying that what should be एक बार confirm कर दो, what should be that strategy, what should understand and then apply. We should understand and apply. Okay, I'll share. So I'm muting you all, everybody. I'm muting you all and it's going to start. Okay, screen is visible to all. Okay, done. Done. Now I'm going to start. Now, before actually starting this, somebody was asking me in chat box, what should be the strategy for, this kind of what we are taking in the class. Nothing, but I told in the previous classes also, and this is equally applicable to other subjects also. There should be no any particular strategy for any kind of subject. The one and only one strategy should be attending in the class, okay, listening to the teachers, clearing your doubts, and learn the basic fundamentals. Learn the basic fundamentals. All the materials in the form of slides, all the materials in the form of the e-content or lecture video content are being uploaded on the LMS or will be provided to you. So see this, if everything is available to you, material is available to you, thing is now you have to think. Now you have everything with you, everybody, for every subject. Now first, when you are in the class, you learn the basic principles, basic fundamentals, all these kind of things. And then from these particular fundamental which you have learned from the teacher, from the class, and try to explore those fundamentals from the books, notes, and literature on the net. Once you have explored those kind of things what you have learned in the class, you are done. You are totally done. So ये आपकी strategy होनी चाहिए बेटे for every subject, okay? And for that, you need to be attentive in the class. You must be, listening all the basic fundamentals or what I'm discussing right now, what I want to discuss. You just go through it, okay? So I think in the last class we were discussing about the sustainability, and we have explained the fundamentals of sustainability. Okay. Now this thing I explained to you in the last lecture, and I told you the sustainability is being attached to everything. It's economical, social, and environmental impacts are being attached. I'm going to discuss these things in detail right now in the class and with examples. So once you think about somebody is thinking about, so what is the role of technology in sustainable development, and be specific or going more specifically, sir, what is the role of computer engineering? Or somebody can ask me, like you are all computer engineers, somebody can ask me, sir, what is the role of electronics engineer? What is the role of electrical engineering in agriculture technology? I'm dividing this now because each and every sector which you are seeing around you, even food you eat, copy, pen, laptop, everything comes under sustainable development right now throughout the world. So you need to define your role as a computer engineer. You need to define your role as an electrical engineer in each and every sector. You cannot say, sir, I'm a computer engineer, I can't have a role play in agriculture technology. I'm going to define it. So that's why I'm defining this thing. Now see, what I'm explaining to you with examples. No examples are being written here in the slide, but the slides are being shared to you. So when I'm going to put a question in the exam, then you will search all these kind of things from the slides or literature. You will never find that kind of thing. So what I'm explaining right now in the class, just listen to those fundamentals. और वहीं से क्वेश्चन बन के आएंगे आपकी. Now, sustainable development, I've explained to you in the last class. Those who have missed the class, no doubt will arrange some extra lecture, or they're going to talk to me, and we can, cover up these things. Now, sustainable development, we explained, in full flow in the last lecture, 1 or 2 lectures. Now, you have to define the role of technologies in sustainable development, like agriculture technologies. Now, in agriculture technologies, somebody is saying, sir, should we make notes? It's your wish. It's your wish, beta. You can make notes, or you can, just note down the salient points. No need, slides mil rahi hai aapko, you are getting slides. But note down the salient points which I'm talking in the class, which are not being available in the slides or net. For example, now sustainable development, now role of technology in sustainable development in agriculture technology. Now agriculture technology, if you know, overall, if I summarize the agriculture technology, basically they are oriented towards the improve of productivity. They want to improve the soil quality. They want the minimum use of water conservation, maintain reasonable cost of food and fiber, soil fertility, all these, improve water availability, efficient use, all these things are being available. Now, here comes the role of technology, where you can actually define how the sustainable development can actually fit into agriculture technology, and how the computer engineers are actually being fitted into agriculture technology, which are ultimately leading to the sustainable development. computer engineers, they are working towards a moisture sensors, soil moisture sensors being attached to the artificial intelligence or cloud computing, all kind of stuff, so that they can get a reasonable data from this kind of soil, like in your area. Okay, soil moisture is this, and for this crop, how much irrigation is required. So by taking that particular data from the moistures sensors and then AI or cloud computing, you can reasonably tell, so this area will require this amount of irrigation. So that's why now you have water conservation. Now you have water conservation, which I'm talking about. Now see how the computer applications are actually leading to a concept of which I'm talking about here, water conservation. If you agree, hold on. Say this. Water conservation. Okay. Now the major problem throughout the world, I can say throughout the world, but majority of India, there are disease like problems in every kind of crop, whether it's a paddy or it's a wheat or crop, cotton, vegetables, everything. Now the computer engineering is actually pitching into having all this information by AI-based artificial intelligence based, apps, computer labs, mobile apps, all kind of stuff. So they can have the crop disease information, their cure, everything at your fingertips. So see this, how a technology, one particular technology is actually pitching into agriculture technology, which is actually leading to a sustainable development goals. So that's why I'm saying that, Kedai, right now, what you are thinking around you, what you are eating, what you are wearing, what you are using as a form of gadgets, everything is a technology oriented, but that technology oriented goal is totally a sustainable development goal throughout the world. Okay, so this thing I wanted to share with you. And similarly, energy technologies. So energy technology, need not to tell you, I think so, any country's economy basically is being decided by the energy reserves for that country. So it's a main deciding factor for economy of any country. Why India is a developing country? The reason is very obvious, that the 70% of the economy of India goes to import of energy resources. And see, if the 70% economy, which otherwise going for the import of energy resources, could have been easily implemented in the growth of the people, which the US and other European countries are doing. So because they are energy efficient companies, so we need to pitch in the sustainable energy approaches in every sector, whether it's industry or it's agriculture or in buildings. See, everywhere you have to pitch in. Why I'm saying this? Mind it, because in other countries they have energy sources, but they have a technology in place for sustainable development, so that the minimum use of energy is there. So green building, I think so, I told in the last class. In these countries, if the buildings are not being designed on the basis of green buildings, their buildings are not being approved. So I told in the last class, green building doesn't mean it's being painted green or it's being planted green, not at all. So it is basically how energy efficient buildings are there, how much the renewable sources are being used, how the water being consumed in the building. And otherwise, if you see your buildings, where you go, including your houses, everything is wasted. Mostly it's being wasted. So this is something, talking about energy technologies. So this is environmental technologies, and for many developing countries, like India, Bangladesh, Nepal, all these kind of countries, provision of, okay, somebody is saying please define the green building. बेटा मैंने डिफाइन कर दिया, फिर भी आपको फिर और डिफाइन करता हूं. फिर उसके बाद बेटा यही चीज है कि मैं यहाँ पे बहुत डिटेल में नहीं जाने वाला, लेकिन आपका एक फंडामेंटल क्लियर है कि आपको ये चीज एग्जैक्टली गो थ्रू होनी है जब मेरा लेक्चर खत्म हो जाना है कि ग्रीन बिल्डिंग होती है. बेटा ग्रीन बिल्डिंग इज बेसिकली एनर्जी एफिशिएंट बिल्डिंग्स. Green buildings are energy efficient buildings where the maximum use of natural resources are being implemented. Minimum waste is being excreted out from these buildings, and this building consumes a very little energy from conventional sources. So that's a green building. So green building is, in that building, the CO2 release is very less. Because ultimately, I told you in the last few classes that overall throughout the world, only one emphasis is on the top priority. Whether it's any kind of branch, any kind of discipline, their main priority is to reduce the carbon dioxide emission. It's a technology modification, it's an engine modification, it's a rocket engine modification, it's anything, rocket science to basic needle. Their main aim is to have a CO2 reduction. So see how applications are being penetrated. Buildings, now building design is such that if they really want to show in 1 year this building how much energy it is consuming and how much CO2 it is saving. How much CO2 it is saving. So if CO2 saving is comparatively less what they are consuming, that building is not getting approval from the competent authority, that is LEED in US. LEED, 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 Leadership of Energy and Environment Design. And this is something rating I'm talking you, and this rating is equal to like topmost prize in the world. If you get the topmost lead rating, this means your energy building is a totally energy efficient, environment efficient. It's a technological efficient. Technological efficient. I must say. So in these countries, if your building is not LEED approved, sorry, you cannot lease the building. You cannot operate the building. Very sorry. So this is something I wanted to talk to you, okay, in every sector. And they want to use these kind of technologies. So like here, computer engineer pitching into, no, I know many persons in other world. When I was there in Europe, computer engineers, they are actually working in collaboration with the civil engineer for designing green buildings. Mind blowing. और अभी तक ये लग रहा था कि how the computer engineers are actually pitching into like other fields of engineering. So they are working hand to hand with the civil engineers for making energy efficient buildings. How your programs, how your particular language, this particular all the kind of softwares can really be incorporated in the system so that it can be really go into a green building. Okay, then technology first, local development, and that is something very important. Why I'm saying local development, if you go through this particular slide, okay, small community based projects for resource efficient residential architecture, solar greenhouses, all kind of things. Okay, so ye kya hai basically, once you talk about the country like India, where 70%, 60% population, more than 60% population actually lives in the rural area, so you need to develop a local technologies. Because 60% populations are not going to use some cloud-based applications, so they don't need hi-fi fundamentals. They need कि घर में स्टोव यूज करना है, चूल्हा यूज करना है, तो उसमें कौन सा डिजाइन मॉडिफिकेशन है, उनके लिए तो ओपन बर्निंग है वहां पे. If you go to the villages, still 80% is open burning, open chulhas are there, and these open chulhas are really contributing to CO2 to the atmosphere. Now see how you are being an engineer. आपके लिए मैं बहुत बता चुका हूँ कि फील्ड ओपन है बहुत ज्यादा बेटा. लोकल डेवलपमेंट, फार्मर मार्केट जो मैंने बताई है, फार्मर मार्केट बेटा, in India 90% farmers are illiterate. 90% farmers are illiterate and they don't know. Agree, beta. Switzerland, one earth is Pune is one of the green buildings in India. Agree, beta. Not Switzerland only. When Siemens, I think so Siemens or some companies, totally green building in India. Agree. But I'm saying in NCR, in Mumbai, the concept is coming, no doubt. These buildings are green buildings. But what I'm saying, the scenario is not like the pitches, patch and pitches. I'm saying that now everywhere, everywhere. Why I'm sharing this? Why I'm sharing this? I'm too much bold. I'm too much open. You come to Thapar University, you see huge buildings out over here. Huge buildings. But none of the building is a green building. Okay? None of the building is a green building. My voice is lagging. Okay. So, okay. Voice is breaking. Is this okay? Now okay? Now voice is okay. You put a comment over there. Okay, now done. Not yet. I think so. Okay. Okay. I can unmute. I'll try, but I just hold on. Yes, yes, beta.
Sir, actually, I joined now due to some technical glitches. Sir, how much is covered?
But I don't know how much is covered, but actually, you know, 5 to 6 slides have been covered. So you can continue where I'm starting. Okay. Need to worry. हम
Okay,
cover
sir.
बाद में cover करेंगे, but don't worry. ठीक है? Any problem more? Any more problems?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so this thing, like I was telling you, the local development is very much important. Technology penetration for local development, like farmers, like, you know, small houses in the this particular villages. So there's a lot, still a lot of scope for engineers like you to penetrate in this particular market, because they need, you know, heavy penetration of the small technology for local development, so that we can ultimately lead to the, you know, local development, leading to sustainable development. And if you really see why I'm saying this, okay, now Indian government is paying a huge amount of money, and they want the technical institutes and UG students, you undergraduate student like you, should work technologically, you know, some innovation for villages. And if you see on the net, if I no, once I cover my